Claude Code is probably the strongest coding agent out there right now. Like, it's just really good. But the thing is, you have to pay for it and limited with whatever model Anthropic gives you, such as Sonnet, Opus, or Haiku. In early April, you've probably heard about the Claude Code source code getting leaked. Yeah, like the whole thing. I don't know if it is just April Fool, but a community started building open source replicas, and now we have pretty much all the core functions unlocked. We have freedom to use any model provider we choose, like OpenAI, Gemini, DeepSeek, or your existing GitHub Copilot subscription. So today we are going to install OpenClaude, the open version that we've talked about. If you are really worried about security, it is best to use Claude Code, Antigravity, or Codex. I'd not recommend running a project like this. But if you still want to try it, this tutorial is for you. Just remember, you are responsible for what you install on your computer. OpenClaude is a community project on GitHub, and it already has around 28,000 stars. It's not just some random side project someone built over the weekend. It means thousands of developers actually trust it and use it. The name is similar to Claude Code, but OpenClaude is totally independent. The repo makes it clear that they aren't supported by Anthropic. And repo itself also mentions OpenClaude is actually mirrored over on GitLab too, which means for backup and accessibility. You know, just in case the GitHub repo ever goes down, then the project is still totally available over there. Alright, I will show two options to install the OpenClaude. Firstly, we need Node.js. Let's just head over to their page and yeah, you can install it based on your OS, whether you're on Windows, Mac, or Linux. Just choose the package manager that fits your environment. In my case, I'm just using the standard installer, so I'll click to download and run the file. Next up, we need to install Bun. Since OpenClaude is a Node.js project, Bun is great here because it's a super fast package manager for handling all our dependencies. So let's head over to bun.com, click on the installation menu, and you'll see different tabs depending on your OS. I'm on Windows, so I'll click the Windows tab, then copy the command. Now just open up PowerShell and right click to paste it. That'll download and install automatically. Alright, after that you'll need to restart your terminal so we can actually use the bun command. Let's just type bun to make sure it's working. Perfect. Now the last thing we need is Git. Technically, you don't have to install it, it's optional. But honestly, most developers use it anyway. Let's click download for Windows here, and yeah, they support other platforms too if you're not on Windows. I'll just click here to grab the latest version and do a quick standard install. Alright, now let's head over to the GitHub repository. If you want, you could just click here and download the zip file so you don't even have to bother with git commands. But I'm just going to copy the URL here to clone the repo. Let's open up our workspace folder, pull up the command prompt from the path, and type git clone. Then paste the link. Once it's done downloading into the directory, just drag and drop the folder right into VS Code. If the author trust pop-up appears, just click yes, I trust the authors. Next, let's open up the built-in terminal. First things first, we need to install the dependencies from the package.json file. If you scroll down to this section, you will see those dependencies are required. Now you could run npm install here, or you can use bun install, but I just run with npm. Now let's give it a few seconds to finish downloading. Once that's done, run npm run build to compile everything. And finally run the npm link. That's going to create a global symlink so you can run the command from anywhere on your system. Alright, so now we're going to need an API key. Let's head over to openrouter.com and yeah, you can just sign up with your Google account. Once you're in, you'll see the homepage look something like this. If we click on credit to check out my credits, as you can see, I actually have zero balance right now, but that's totally fine. Let's go to the API keys menu and click create key. Just give it any name you want. Leave the expiration as is and hit create. Make sure you copy that key right away, because it's only going to show it to you once. Now let's go back to the GitHub repo and scroll down to the Environment Variables section. We're going to copy these lines, open up Notepad and paste them in. We also need to add one more variable for our API key. So let's copy and paste that here too. Just replace in your actual key right here. For the base URL, we'll make sure it points to the OpenRouter v1 endpoint. And finally, we need to choose a model. Since I don't want to spend a single dollar on this, let's go back to OpenRouter, click on models, and search for free. I'm just going to grab this one right here. You can choose whichever free model you like and click the button to copy its name. Then just paste that into our model variable. Alright, let's copy this entire block of text from Notepad, head back to our terminal inside the project folder, and paste it all in. Now we just type OpenClaude and hit enter. You can see the endpoint and our selected model are loaded. Let's test it out by asking it a question and, oh wait, looks like we got an error. Let's see what happened here. I'm actually missing S in the URL. It needs to be HTTPS, not HTTP. Let's quickly fix that in the URL, copy the lines again, and paste them back into the terminal. Let's run OpenClaude one more time. Let's ask it a question again, and give it a couple of seconds to think. And there we go. Look at that response. It's got that solid programming expertise, which is exactly what you want from a coding assistant. Alright, so now I'm going to ask OpenClaude to create an HTML landing page for a YouTube channel, and let's throw in some cool JavaScript animations too. Let's see how awesome the result is. It takes about a minute. After a while, it's asking for permission to edit the file in VS Code. We can just hit enter to let it continue. Now it's generating everything, and you can see a number of token responses are running on the screen. Okay, the file is created in our folder. If I scroll up here, I can hold Control and click to open and edit the file directly in VS Code. We could also just right-click the tab and use an integrated browser extension, but honestly, for the best view, I'm just going to open it directly in Chrome. And there we go. Well, it's a pretty simple page with a really slow bounce animation. Yeah, maybe I just gave it a super basic prompt. Maybe this specific model isn't quite smart enough for advanced stuff. You might want to experiment and find out which models give better results for this. And if you find a really good one, please let me know in the comments below. Alright, so now I'll show you option 2, which is actually the fastest way to install OpenClaude. For the prerequisites, you still need to have either Node.js or Bun installed, just pick one. Then just copy this command right here to install it. Now you could use npm, but it takes a bit of time to install the package. So yeah, I'm going to switch over to Bun because Bun was built from scratch to be way faster at downloading and installing stuff. This is definitely the simplest method. Let's clear the console, type OpenClaude, and there we go. It works. You can see the default endpoint is set to localhost on port 8082, and the model is set to Mistral Nemotron. Oh, and this prompt here is just asking to trust the folder. Now I'm going to add a provider profile so we can easily switch between any available models we want. And that brings up the Provider Manager menu. To add a new provider, just use your arrow keys and hit enter to select it. Look at this list of providers. There are a lot like Ollama, nvidia NIM, OpenAI. You can pretty much choose whatever you love. I'm going to go with OpenRouter. Next, it's asking for the model name to set as our default. Let's head over to OpenRouter, look for a model, and I think I'll just grab this first one here, Nemotron 3 Super. Let's go back to the terminal, delete the old name, and paste this one in. Hit enter to update it. Now it's asking for the OpenRouter API key, and if you missed it, I already showed you exactly how to get that key back in option 1. Let's paste it in and hit enter. Perfect. We're back at the main menu, and it shows that the provider we just set up is active. If you ever add multiple providers, you can just go to the second menu option to switch between them. Since we only have this one set up right now, it just shows our endpoint and model details. If you ever want to quickly switch models later, you can also just type /model, which works exactly like the configuration in Claude Code. Let's test it with a simple question. It takes about a minute to respond. Now, let's launch OpenClaude directly inside VS Code with my project folder. For this test, I actually used Gemini to convert a screenshot of a website into a text prompt. I'm just gonna paste that prompt right here to create our HTML file. This whole process takes about 3 minutes. It's asking for permission to modify the HTML file, so let's just hit enter for yes. Now it's asking to create the style sheet, and done. It gives us a quick explanation of what it did. If we check the folder, we have 2 new files. Let's open it up in Chrome, and here's the result. If we compare it to the original web page, which looks like this, it's actually pretty similar. The styling is there, it's just missing some images, but we can easily fix that with a bit of CSS. Anyway, that's just a quick demonstration to show you how this whole thing works with some simple testing. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment down below on which model you're going to try out first, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.